this is my layup, so you can slam dunk if you want to, okay?
Once upon a time, there were three brothers, known as the Trinity Bros, who told stories of opinions of MMOs.
Every time I hear that, I keep smiling because I'm like, I know it's me, I know it's my voice, I know I did the words and everything else, but it just sounds like, what the heck, dude? But okay, anyways, we are time for some Trinity Bro opinions with a Trinity Story Quest. Okay. We three are streamers. I know that Solomon has streamed in the past, a bunch of different games. He's less streaming these days, but Jazil and I have, and so I toss this out as an idea. Are MMORPGs good games to stream? So this is my layup, so you can slam dunk if you want to, okay? There's a large variety of games out there being shown on Twitch right now, okay? We're not talking about just chatting, which is the biggest segment of people, watching when it comes to Twitch numbers, okay? But that's only a game. We can have a game. You can talk about games, right? This is right now a podcast we're doing. I could have on just chatting, so there might be some games there, right? But forget that. But you got League of Legends number 2, Among Us number 3, Fortnite number 4. And you're like, okay, those aren't not MMORPGs. So if I was to go into the field of where exactly are you looking at MMORPGs, WoW's at 13, Destiny 2 is at 40, RuneScape, old school RuneScape, is 42, BDO is 45, ESO is 69.
Oh, really?
So I put it out there. Are MMORPGs good games to stream? So Jazil, you are resident WoW expert and streamer of WoW stuff. What are your thoughts?
I don't know that it really it really does depend on what you're going after. If you're asking popularity wise, I would say no.
Okay.
The the thing is, just being honest, completely honest, and I've had this conversation again, voices in my head. Uh, I've asked myself this many times because honestly, it is more fun, even for me who doesn't really enjoy a lot of the competitive style games. The competitive games are more fun to watch. The first person shooters, the MOBAs, the even card games like Hearthstone and Gwent and all those other ones are more entertaining to watch people play against each other and seeing who has the most skill at these different types of competitive games. It is more exciting to watch it. There's more moments of awesomeness or whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, there are folks again, like kind of like us three in here, who enjoy other genres and also put a lot of value in community and in the social aspect of not only streaming but gaming as well. And I would rather be in a stream with a person that I can connect with and have a social experience with, that I can chat with and just share life with as you would a friend. That's more my goal as a streamer and as a viewer. That's what I enjoy. Now, I'm not saying that it's not fun to watch someone doing dungeons or especially raiding, especially when raids first come out in any of the MMOs where those bosses haven't been downed yet. So maybe you're watching Method or any of the other Origin or any of the big names out there that competitively, again, it's still there, are playing against each other to see who can complete the dungeons first, or that kind of thing. Or even if you're not, if you're just watching a guy that's just in a guild that's trying to down a boss, that's kind of fun to me. I would say that just running around and questing, and I've been told this by people. Just this last Monday, I had a couple of people that I value their opinion, and they're right. That they were like, maybe wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You should start like running dungeons and stuff because seems like every time we come here, you're just leveling. And I can't take offense to that. They're right. Just leveling and running around and like exploring and whatnot really isn't that fun to watch.
Well, it's funny how
So,
you basically answered my question. I didn't pose it, but you basically answered it. The difference between
mm,
being a streamer playing a game and a
mm,
watcher of a
mm,
game. Because you're right. Because when it comes to like when you're a streamer playing Fortnite or not Among Us, but Fortnite or League of Legends or other games, you can't really engage in chat. You're not chatting.
true.
You're not engaging with chat. You can't. It's just the screens are tend to be rolling. You're so busy with the game, you can't do that. So, but well, the Warcraft or ESO others do give you a chance to actually stop, pause, get into a safe spot, and chat with people. Unless you're doing a dungeon, this is a lot different. Okay.
Absolutely.
So,
And
what do you
it does.
think? Oh, right.
Oh, I was just going to finish that thought up with that I do there are streamers who do really well. Some of them are in our community, as a matter of fact, that are really good at keeping up with chat to a degree, not during the matches, if they're playing Rainbow Six or Call of Duty or what have you, um, that they use the moments in between the matches to catch up on chat and to
Mm,
talk with everyone. But
right, right.
yeah, I mean that is
The
where
lifetime.
MMOs succeed as well as simulators and city building games and things like that. And that's why I've always gravitated towards playing those more boring to watch games is that yeah, they're slower, they're not as exciting, but I can have a conversation with people that
Right.
come in and
Yeah.
that is what's important to me. Not
Right.
showing off my awesome skills at shooting people from 200 yards away or whatever, although that is fun to watch. I'd rather play a game where I can do what we're doing right now, having a conversation.
Yeah, Michael, first time listener, he says, first time chatter, good evening, gentlemen. He says, nothing is wrong with leveling. I don't tend to play in game in any MMO that I play. I don't enjoy the grind to prepare for rating, which is fair. I'm glad you get to
Yeah.
play the game you want to. So, Solomon, what are your thoughts
Mhm.
about this? Right? Is it a good game to stream? Or
I
MMORPG is a
think
good game to stream? Sorry.
I think it can be, but I think the the discrepant no, what's is that the word I'm looking for? Discrepancy between MMOs, like the popular ones and the less popular ones, like the gap is just so big right now because I think you can still do really well as a streamer as so long as you're streaming the right MMOs. So that
Okay.
means World of Warcraft, maybe Warframe. I don't know if it's up there, but
I
I
didn't
think it
see
is.
Warframe, but I wasn't looking for it. Good
That's just a
point.
guess. That's just based on like the overall
And these are
population.
October 2020 numbers, by the way, so we're only 10 days
Yeah.
in the month.
So I mean, will you become a successful streamer just by streaming, say, for example, Black Desert Online that I play? I would highly doubt it. You would need to be somebody who already established a presence in the world of streaming. And then if you stream, say for example, like does it online, then you'll be able to still pull in big numbers. Say for example, let's pretend Ninja or Shroud started playing Black Desert Online. That's the only way you'll see that game reach like 10, 20K viewers. If you started from scratch, I mean, like, good luck. I mean, unless like you're like literally the best player, in the game, like you just won't pull that kind of numbers. But in my opinion, I think the overall problem, and I'm gonna digress a little bit, because you kind of touched upon it earlier, Ken, was just streaming in general. And I think too many people abuse the just chatting section. There's other what do you call it? Categories out there like, camping and outdoors and all this and fitness and all that other stuff. That would be still under the umbrella of just chatting because you're not really playing any video games.
Right.
But people don't use those categories because no one watches them, and so people just put it on just chatting because, like you mentioned earlier, that's number one category right now. So kind of talking about what you were talking what on the subject matter. Yes and no. but I think the overall symptom is just the just chatting category of in itself that's causing a lot of the problems, and not just with the MMO community. And yeah, that's what I see.
Right. Cool. Michael says, I think they are good at expat launches, expansion launch times for the first month or two, then they significantly drop off. But you have streamers like Asmongold, who started with WoW, with 95% of his streams are WoW, and is one of the top streamers on Twitch. More for his person, I think, not so much for the gameplay, which is true. And that's what I tend to
That's
jump
fair.
for. I
Yeah.
jump more toward the viewer, the streamer, than the content. I will watch the content or what they're doing, and maybe get a chance to see the game, right? But I'm more for the viewer, the streamer than I am for the content. And it's hard to watch for me to watch a World of Warcraft or an ESO game being played. So I want to play it myself. And so I'm
Right.
definitely, for those guys who are streaming those kind of games, those who are doing MMORPGs, I'm more inclined to just listen to them and do my own thing. Now, others, like I said, good point, like Fortnite or League of Legends, are more action-based or much more fast-paced. Among Us, obviously very popular right now, people just jumping in to play it. And so those, typically, that you want that, but you can also get in and out. You're not long-term. All right, that was cool. Michael says also, sure, I will watch a streamer that I like play Fall Guys, which I hate to watch to support them. All right.
Check out the further adventures of Kennethan by liking and subscribing and watching me live on twitch.tv/Kennethan.